Need this, but I'll go ahead and talk into it anyway. I want to thank everyone for being here. And when they asked me to speak again, I really thought about what it was I wanted to communicate to the public in regards to this holiday. And the first and foremost thing is that I am so blessed, and I think all of us as veterans are so blessed to live in such a community as Artesia, to live in such a time as the one we do now, where we're honored as veterans, where people look to us and they say thank you. But I also wanted to remind everyone that today is not about us. It's about the ones that aren't here. And that lays a special place in my heart. For 20 years I fought in these wars all over the country, or all over the world, with numerous men that never came home. My wife's wearing a shirt that honors the 47 men that were lost from my unit alone over 14 years. And the last time I stood here and talked was in 2020. And just a month prior to that, two of my really good friends were lost in Iraq. So every time this holiday comes around, I start to get just a little bit emotional, as you can tell. It means very much to me that you as a community would take your time, come out here, and support this event. I want to thank Cooper and the Boys A Club for putting this effort together. Thank Gene and his people for coming out and doing something such as this. We could all be sitting home, relaxing, getting ready to have a barbecue, and not think about these people. I have a quote. It's harsh because it comes from General George S. Patton, and he was not a gentle man, but it captures the moment of the day for me. He said, "It is ignorant to mourn the loss of these men and women. Rather, we should celebrate that we had the opportunity to know people such as this." Now, that's a paraphrase. But that's what today is about. This is not a mournful day. This is not a day to be sullen, but to keep them in our memories, to hold them up in esteem, and to think upon the wonderful times of the people who have gone before us, to think about the liberties that their blood has paid for. This is an amazing day, and I appreciate the chance to come out here and speak to everyone. And I appreciate all of you coming out here to hear this. I want to point out there's an interesting fact about this day. The first Memorial Day was called Decoration Day. It was celebrated in 1869 on May 30th. It was the Union soldiers that determined that they needed some kind of holiday to commemorate the people, all the men who had just been lost in the Civil War. It wasn't until 1971 that our federal government actually recognized it as a real holiday. But all during that time, that 100-year period, it took our government to finally catch up. The states and the people knew that there was a need to come together once a year and hold these people in our memories, to commemorate them and to thank them. One thing I think we might forget on this day, and I would ask that you keep in your minds, is each name that's on a wall somewhere, each name that of a fallen soldier, there's a family that is dealing with that. There's a family that's coping without them. So think of them today. Hold them up in your prayers always, but especially today. As we go and celebrate, there's some that will say, don't say Happy Memorial Day. Don't wish people Happy Memorial Day. And I'll be honest, I'll hold it this way. You can say whatever you want to say as long as your heart's in the right place. Because that's what matters. That you think of this day for the purpose of what it's for. We should be happy that such men walked among us, men and women. And we should celebrate them. So as you go today, I hope you have a wonderful day. Hope you take this day off of work. I hope you go forward. I hope you throw big barbecues, drink copious amounts of fluids, and enjoy the day. Celebrate the fact that we live in a country such as this that has been given to us by men and women who sacrificed as they have. There is no reason for it to be a sad day. So I wish you happy Memorial Day, and thank you all for coming out.
Once again, let's offer up a nice thanks to Master Sergeant USMC